Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the quest Zip Along according to safe cart operating procedures. It wants me to ride ahead on the trail tracks, or rail tracks, whatever you want to call them. And so we will do just that. I could have searched this area a little bit more thoroughly, but it just makes more sense to just continue onward for now. Huh. I will eventually have to run through this area.
Whoa! This cart is fast! Chugga 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 choo! Woo woo! Yeah! I'm gonna call it the choo-choo cart!
Oh, cool. So now I can interact with this projector?
The track is damaged up ahead. We need to make some repairs before we can go any further. Yep, looks like it's all reverted to a preprint state here.
Do you know why that happened?
Everything in this domain starts as a preprint and only takes shape after being illuminated by the streaming projector. But the hydroidolin that forms the tracks here has been trapped in the print.
So someone needs to go into the preprint and rescue the hydroidolin, right?
There Klee goes.
But the projector here is sealed off by a giant bubble!
That's the hydroidolin's way of protecting the device from damage. If the streaming projector broke, then we'd be seriously stuck.
Aha! So for step one, we need water droplet to help! Oh, it seems to really like that name!
How can you tell?
Any volunteers for step two?
Yep.
Leave that to us! We know what to do!
Okay, let's see. Gameplay guide attractions. If you pass by a challenge while riding the choo-choo cart, you will immediately activate the corresponding challenge. After you complete a challenge and destroy the cheering bloaty floaty within the challenge zone, you can repeat the challenge.
Where do you want to go next?
Huh.
If you'd like to...
What is he talking about? Anyways. Okay, just checking around very fast, that was all. Now the question is how do I want to approach this? Obviously I need to push that there, but is that good enough? Is that all I need to do? Or is there something else? I don't think there is. Now let's get this treasure chest.
Ah, so the hydroidolin was locked up in that chest.
What about this up here?
It's completely empty!
Whoops. The controls can be a little bit awkward sometimes because, yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
We saved 2 water droplets now!
It feels slippery when you're in this mode. And
Whoa! Water droplet just transformed into some new tracks!
cool.
Good. Let's keep going then.
And of course there's the challenge that's going to be up ahead. The choo-choo cart requires the power of a hydroidolin to operate. When a hydroidolin decorporealizes, I think that's how you say that, and enters the choo-choo cart, its windows will light up. At this time, you will be able to ride the cart. When the hydroidolin departs the choo-choo cart, its windows will dull, and you will no longer be able to ride the cart. Okay, let's check up here very fast. Make sure there isn't anything up above before I continue on. Ah, it looks like there might be something up here somewhere at some point. It's kind of weird. This whole upper area is just... Oh, never mind. I was going to say it's all empty, but
Thank Barbados!
I did finally find something. So there's a challenge right there, but that's linked to the cart ride. So I should take the cart in a bit here. And, oh, you can change directions. Anyways, board. And find out what exactly this challenge is going to be like. Oh, you can use attacks. I just noticed that. Okay, cool. So you don't want to hit the brown ones, because the brown ones will cause issues. if you're not careful. Oh. At least they don't limit the amount of times that you can use the thing to shoot.
You mentioned that you managed this place together with your brothers. Did you mean that your brothers are water droplets?
No, no. The hydroidolans are like helpers here. As for my brothers, well... those two. You'll meet them soon enough.
Alright, cool. I got them all. Yay! Give me my treasure. Thank you very much. Now, I think I saw something back there. Yeah, that bubble thing back there. I'm gonna go get that very fast. Unless... maybe it's related to this? When the choo-choo cart approaches tracks where you can switch lines, press the button that appears at this time to switch lane. Oh, okay, so you can hop over to different railings. That's cool. Anyways, what is this bubble gonna be? Okay, it's those enemies over there. So just get rid of them.
I will have order.
There we go. Thank you very much. That was really easy. Is there anything else in here? Back to the cart it is. So now I just gotta pay attention. Circle. Okay, cool. Then it automatically brings you back. That's nice. Oh, loop-de-loops.
Look! Klee can fly just like Paimon now. This is way more exciting than how Paimon usually flies.
Well, Paimon does do loop-de-loops sometimes. Switch over to that. Go back to that. Oh, there's a treasure chest down there. I like all this free Mora that I'm getting.
Seems we've just about finished repairing the station and the connecting tracks. Let's go check the track switcher now. It's over there.
Okay. Is this bubble able to be popped right now? Something's off. Oh, okay. Makes sense to me. Anything else you can give me? No? There is a challenge marker here that I ought to interact with. Oh, it's gonna lead me down. I don't know if I like that. I mean, it's leading me in the direction that I need to go, but I didn't want to necessarily go down this way just yet. Oh well. It's fine. I can always come back here later. I need a total of 5 more now. Hopefully I didn't miss any back there. If I did, okay, I didn't. I was gonna say if I did miss anything, then I'd be in trouble.
One man's
Where
smoke
am I
is another man's
specifically on the map right now? Okay, so here's the town over there, and there's this area, and there's this path that I could have taken to get into this area before, that I chose not to. Let's activate this teleporter here. There we go. So I'm supposed to go up there. Let's get these very fast and then go up there. There's one of those water droplets near a sign.
Oh, there's another spinny thing here. It's so big, but not as big as the one we saw in the middle of this place. That one was huge.
Didn't we see like a miniature one near the entrance of this whole place too?
I bet it's something super important. I remember what Kaya said earlier. Very good, Klee. You're using what you saw earlier to make observations, like a real adventurer. It appears to be a system that rotates to switch tracks.
That's right. Originally, all you had to do was flip this switch and the junction would rotate. But it seems Jeremy still hasn't fixed it yet. He sure talks big, but when it comes to actually getting things done...
Is this Jeremy you mentioned one of your brothers?
Yeah. When I talked to him about repairing the tracks, I suggested we start with the station. But he said we should start at the junction. Really, it made no difference which one we started with, but he just had to turn it into a huge argument. He always treats me like I'm a fool and disagrees with anything I say. Let's see what he has to say now that I've already fixed the tracks.
Well, if you ask me, you're clearly a sharp person, Ferdinand.
Yes, finally someone who can recognize that, rather than just shrugging off my ideas. Come on, let's make our way to the junction and see what he's up to. I bet he's still fretting over what to do.
Oh, we can get on that again. Let's view rail lines. Cerulean flower heading to the hub flower above. Amber flower heading to the torrential twister in the southeast. Violet flower heading to the desert in the southwest. Aquamarine flower heading to the cave in the east. And is there anything else that I can do? Gameplay guide, track layer rings. After the choo-choo cart uses jubilant waves or its own body to crash into and break track layer fruits, you will obtain track layer stones. A choo-choo cart can carry a max of 3 track layer stones at any given time. When you pass through a track layer ring while carrying 3 track layer stones, new choo-choo cart tracks and a track changer blossom will appear. Interesting. What's this? I almost missed that. You gonna give me anything? No, not anything worthwhile. I mean, it did give me something, but... Okay, let's go into the thing here. And I see a challenge coming up eventually. So there's that.
Sometimes I can't help but get angry just thinking of Jeremy. You should have seen him back in the sandstorm. I suggested we go east, and he argued that we should go west.
You were in a sandstorm? What happened after that?
We separated and each went our own way. Lucky for us, we stumbled across this domain. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have been buried in the sand.
Another cutscene?
Everything will get better once we get the switcher working again.
Still stuck here just as I expected. Well, did you make any progress?
Didn't I already tell you? Just have the hydroidolins fix the junction and then make a new cart. After that, we can use the junction to... Wait a minute, how did you get here? It took a lot of effort for me to climb all the way up here.
The answer is standing right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Those travelers must have helped you. You never get anything done on your own. You always get someone else's help and then try to take the credit for yourself.
You're one to talk. What have you managed to accomplish, huh? You were here just moping around all day.
Whoa. They started arguing the moment they saw each other. But aren't they supposed to be brothers?
Me? His brother? Hardly.
All right, Jeremy. That's enough.
Fine. I'd rather be focusing my efforts on fixing the track switch rather than arguing anyway.
You should calm down too, Ferdinand. Let's all focus on the situation at hand. Any personal problems can be settled later.
Fine.
I'm sorry you had to see that. My name's Jeremy. I'm one of the people responsible for taking care of this area. I assume you're the ones who helped repair the tracks. Thank you very much. It means a lot.
No need to thank us. We're just trying to help Edea restore the domain.
You explained the situation to Jeremy.
I see. Now that you and Ferdinand brought the cart up here, we'll need the hydroidolins to fix the area below.
Them again, huh? Seems the hydroidolins are really important around this place.
Obviously.
Yes, of course. Not only do they keep the junction turning, they operate practically everything else in the domain too.
Kind of makes me wonder if Jeremy and Edea and Ferdinand are all hydroidolins or whatever. Because there was the one that, you know, like you give the apple to. It was talking about being able to do something with the apple. that implied.
All right. Seems most of the tracks and junctions have been repaired now.
It seemed to imply that they would become something else. I don't know, but like, look at his eyes. They're all glowing blue and stuff, and Ferdinand also has glowing blue eyes.
Yep. So maybe it's time you give credit where credit is due,
What? You think you deserve the credit? If anything, we should be thanking these travelers.
You... Well, either way, you're not the one getting any credit. You're always quick to criticize my ideas and push your own, but you never actually get anything done.
And what about you? Don't forget it was Hado and I who took care of the mess that one time you impulsively tried one of your brilliant ideas. Speaking of Hado, wasn't he with you?
I left early this morning. I assumed he'd be with you.
They seem to be setting a really good example for Klee right now, huh?
Seriously? Couldn't you have at least looked to see where he was before you left?
Kaya is about to put them in their place, isn't he?
Hey, come on! You didn't see him either, so what's your excuse?
Klee?
What's wrong? You don't like seeing people argue?
I don't get it. Nobody did anything bad. Why are they arguing?
I just don't like his smug attitude, that's all.
Who are you calling smug? If anything, you're the one who's making such a big fuss right now.
All right, I think we've heard enough from you two.
Uh-huh.
If you insist on bickering, then I'd suggest you go somewhere else. Otherwise, I'll just cool you two off myself. Now, come with me. I'd like to have a word with you.
Phew. Don't be upset, Klee. There are many complicated situations in this world which don't always have a logical explanation. As a passing traveler here, it's not my place to comment on their disputes. But in my experience, family issues can be the toughest to resolve.
Yeah, Kaya has some issues with Diluc, and if I recall correctly, they're brothers, so...
Seems you don't like dealing with this kind of thing either, Kokomi.
Who would?
But it's still not right. I don't know how to explain my feelings.
I'm sorry. We've calmed down. We shouldn't argue in front of a child like that.
We're sorry, Klee.
It's okay.
Back to the topic at hand. Weren't you about to go look for your brother Hado?
Ah, right. Our best guess is he's somewhere around the torrential twister. We would have to use the junction to send the cart to another area.
Sorry to trouble you again, but would you help us find him?
Of course, as long as you promise not to argue.
Oh, all right.
Hey, come on, you two. You're brothers after all. Can't you try to get along?
Okay. Let's just search this area very fast before continuing along the tracks. Well, there are those balloon things nearby that I probably could try to get, but it would mean jumping off of here. Do I have some of those teleporters? I don't have any of the teleporters, unfortunately, but it's not a big deal. I'll just change the direction on this and hop aboard. And I just got to make sure that I take the correct path eventually. I don't need to go up onto that path right there. Or that path right there. I can hop out of this in a second here, though. Wait. Should I have done that? I thought I was gonna go up a lot higher than that to be able to get to that balloon thing. Oh well, you know what? Not a big deal. I'll just go down to the bottom where these tracks are and continue from there. Rotate the track blossom on the screen to change the track the choo-choo cart is traveling on. The color of the flower beneath the larger track wreath shows the destination of your present track. Use the wooden board within the platform to check the destination of the track the choo-choo cart is traveling on. You can open your map and to check the distribution of choo-choo cart tracks in the Valerium Mirage. Okay. So, first of all, if I switch...
This is the end of this track segment. Otto should be nearby.
Let me just check this again. I want to have it go towards the torrential twister. So, oh, it said amber is the color that you need. Is it currently set to amber? That's violet. Aquamarine, cerulean. This, I think I had it in amber the first time I changed it. So now I just have to wait for the track to reform and then go on here. Hopefully it'll allow me to collect the balloons and stuff as I go along. There's going to be a challenge again. Okay. A little bit confusing with these things suddenly popping into the... Yeah. That makes sense to me. Oh. You know, this is actually pretty fun. Oh. I just gotta spam the, things. Thankfully, they don't limit how often you can spam them. Just I haven't seen any particular limit. And there is a challenge marker down there that I'll have to get in a bit.
All the more valuable for it.
And a challenge marker over here, but that's... Anyways, continue the story.
Ah, I guess you had repaired the tracks and stations as soon as I saw a cart come zipping along. Now that the tracks, station, and carts are all repaired, we're about ready to reopen Torrential Twister. It will be good to see my design back in action again.
You're in no condition to be out running around like this, Hado.
Yeah, but these are unusual circumstances.
That's true, but you should stop to think things through.
Exactly. If there's anything that needs to be done, you can just let Ferdinand and I take care of it.
You and Ferdinand? Together? It would be a miracle for you two to do anything together without fighting.
Hey, that's between Jeremy and me. No need to add fuel to the fire, okay?
I'm not trying to make trouble. I'm just saying.
Hey, Ferdinand?
Oh, don't worry. We're not arguing, Klee. We're just, discussing some things.
Are you and Jeremy worried about Hado? Why don't you just talk to him about it? Kaya's also worried about me sometimes, but he doesn't ever criticize me.
You're right. But our relationship is much better than these guys.
Well, our situation is a little different.
Really? How so?
We've been through this kind of thing before. If we didn't warn Hado, then he wouldn't take it seriously and something would eventually happen. As his brothers, we have to help him.
But it doesn't look like you're helping.
Huh?
Maybe Klee doesn't understand everything. But my mommy told me that you help someone to make them feel happy, not to make yourself happy. Hado sure doesn't look very happy. Why don't you ask him what he needs? Klee's right, you know. You three need to open up and talk things through. You are brothers after all.
I've always cared a lot about you, Hado. Just like when we were back in the desert. You suddenly passed out and Jeremy and I started arguing. Eventually, all three of us ended up in this domain. I'm just worried that something similar could happen again. If you were to pass out and with nobody around to help you.
So I was wrong about them being hydro-eidolons or whatever.
I know, but this domain is nowhere near as dangerous as the desert. I was thinking that if I could handle these problems myself, then you two wouldn't have to argue about anything. If it weren't for my poor health and lack of energy all the time, then I wouldn't have always been such a burden on you two.
No need to feel guilty, Hado. This was our choice. The three of us love adventuring. No one is a burden on anyone. Isn't that why we came up with the idea for this area? I would do the thinking, Ferdinand would use his muscle, and you would...
Draw the blueprints and build tracks. It'll be a safe way to see all kinds of amazing scenery. Yes, that was the plan.
See? Doesn't it feel better just to get along?
Yep.
Hey, what are you trying to say? You make it sound like I've only been trying to talk myself up.
The choo-choo cart is great, Ferdinand.
Really?
You know, Klee, having the car zip along the tracks was my idea.
Yeah, what an amazing idea. You're so smart.
Hey, Klee, do you want to ride even more fun carts?
Oh.
Yay! Let's ride more! Looks like all three of them are trying to win Klee's approval now.
And Klee is loving it.
Klee hasn't realized it yet, but her innocent, childlike nature is very powerful. It can inspire and even help heal others.
Hey, everyone, please come with me. We need to get the hydroidolin in the cart to help us.
Okay, let's look around. Am I supposed to do something with this? Or am I supposed to do something over here? Oh, no, wait. I'm supposed to take this up, aren't I? But before I take that up, let's go ahead and do this. Because why not? Where is that going to go specifically? Oh, there's 30 of particles. I was not expecting there to be 30 of them. Hopefully it doesn't take me too far away. Okay, I had to look behind myself just to make sure. There being so many, missing even one would be pretty awful. I can't see, Sarush. Okay, I think that was, yeah. There we go.
One man's stone is another
Iron
man's
point.
gem.
Ooh.
Gather!
May as well get all three of these with
Think you can get
Venti's
away?
ability.
Let's play. Wouldn't gliding be faster?
There we go. And now, I could go up to the top from here, right? Or is there some place that's even higher? Yeah, I think I can actually reach there without even taking the tracks. But, you know, I really should take them. And let's get on board. I gotta be ready to switch over to that other track right there. Right now. Okay, it wasn't that high up. Fills up with water, starts pouring out. The water level rises. Okay. Neat. So now I need to go all the way back there.
Torrential Twister is ready to run now. Let's go to the station at the start of the track.
Okay, cool. Let's do just that. I don't think there's anything else along this track.
Hato and I have double-checked everything. It's all operating safely. You can go for a ride now.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. Before we say goodbye, I have something I'd like to give you all. It's a rock climbing rope. We used it on our adventures to climb mountains and traverse many places.
Okay, cool.
Huh? But doesn't it mean a lot to you? Are you sure you want to give it to us?
I wonder if I can use it for, like, climbing up really high or something. Who knows?
Yes, of course. Please take it.
I mean, if it acts as a gadget or something.
Thanks to Klee and everyone else's help, we realized that there's a special bond that keeps us together. Even though it's invisible, it's even more important than rope. We can always hold on to it through tough situations.
Huh? I helped?
Of course he did.
Yes, Klee. You are a big help.
Even bigger than that huge thing in the middle of this place?
Yes, much bigger.
Wow, that's huge! I'm so happy.
By the way, have you ever seen anything like the choo-choo cart in the outside world?
Nope. Today was the first time I rode anything like it.
Is that so? I guess I'm not surprised. Seems you won't find Torrential Twister anywhere else.
Huh. That seems you won't find a streaming projector anywhere else, is what it says there, but whatever.
Be sure to come back and ride the choo-choo carts again while you still have the chance.
Yep, I will.
Okay, so my computer crashed during the cart ride I just had, so that was completely cut out. But, this is the cutscene that occurred just as I got to the end. I will go back and show that cart ride because it was the Torrential Twister, which is what the three brothers ended up helping us to unlock, but it wasn't really that different from the other ones anyways. A little bit more involved, but it wasn't that much more involved. So let's continue with this cutscene.
Guess that sort of makes sense. Wait, but if being able to fly makes you a mage, what does that make Kaya, since he's here too? Nothing! Kaya's just the master thief! Don't you remember, Paimon? Oh, right! Guess it slipped Paimon's mind.
Sorry to bother our young mage, but there's something a master thief would like to report. Do you still remember our mission?
Uh-oh. I was having so much fun that I almost forgot.
Yeah, we gotta find the gears.
We're supposed to be helping Adia look for the missing components. But don't worry, I've already got one.
You mean you snatched it when we weren't looking?
Really?
I didn't have to go that far. In fact, the component we were searching for was actually that orange rope. If anything, you could say it came right into our hands at the right time. Let's head back and give it to Adia.
Oh, cool.
Aw, do we really have to go?
I didn't know what the orange rope was for, so...
Okay. Even though I want to keep playing, I know Adia is really important. That's our wise mage. Don't worry. Tonight, you'll be able to see stars in the water and watch fish dance in the sky. Seems Kokomi's out of it after that ride. Her face is completely blank and her lip was trembling while she was speaking. Maybe we should have a rest for a while.
You shouldn't push yourself. We're in no rush.
I thought I was keeping my composure pretty well. Don't worry, my mind is always spinning. I'm used to this. We should head back to Idia.
Her eyes are all blank.
How about we hold hands, Miss General? Klee will give you energy. After holding Klee's hand, the stars in the sky and the fish in the water have all disappeared. I must have been seeing things from riding the cart. What are you smiling about, Kokomi? Nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, so let's get this treasure chest. And then I'm gonna take the,
And all the more
I'm
valuable
gonna take
for
this
it.
back to where it was before. So that way I can show the ride properly. Unfortunately, the three brothers are not here, so you can't hear what they had to say. Oh well. It was mostly just them thanking us and stuff for all the help and whatnot, if I recall correctly. So here we go. We can see this at least. And Paimon and them were commenting on this part. Yeah, as you're going over the waterfall. Or down it, rather. I don't necessarily need to change tracks this time, but I will anyways, just because. They give you extra, things to pop. So you don't have to get, like, every single last one of them. Which is nice. And if I recall, there was a point near the end here where some creatures appeared and helped us. That awkward pause, I think, was one where they were talking with each other. Or there weren't any of these things to pop. just mentioning how much fun they're having. The ride. There we go. I've gotten 89. There were these 3 creatures that appeared here during that part that made those things appear, but that time that they didn't. They were the Hydro Eidolons. I keep calling them creatures, but you know, the water droplet type creatures. And then this is where my game, or my computer crashed. You know, just as soon as I flew out of that, it was kind of disappointing. Let's check out something very fast here. The attractions option is still not unlocked. This is surprising to me. Let's claim this. And I still need a total of 30 more to get that next one. What's this all about? Okay, park guide. Just giving you all the information that you've already unlocked before. That's nice.
Boats are made for transferring
where do I need to go?
back.
All the way back over there. I could teleport over there. But there is a balloon thing nearby. Let's get that very fast before I continue. Is it up in this tower? Yeah, it is. So if I'm smart about this, I should get that water bubble treasure chest thing there too. Yes. I was gonna say if I'm smart about this, I'll take the ladder, and I was smart about it. So, hey, I don't think I've ever seen these types of. Oh, okay. I've seen that type before, but I haven't seen this type before, and that's because it's a water droplet. It's meant to look odd.
Certainly worth the extra.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else back there that I want to get before I go back over here? Okay, I'm going to see one more cutscene and then stop.
Welcome back! Well, any good news? Oh, don't tell me! You've taken care of all the problems and now I don't have to do anything?
You won't be disappointed. Yep, we took care of everything.
Yeah, we even rode the choo-choo cart. Do you want to come ride too? But maybe you'll have to wait till tomorrow. I'm a little tired now.
Seems she had a little too much fun and now she's about to crash. I think it's time for a rest.
Good idea. I think we could all use some downtime. Thanks for giving me some energy, Klee.
Then we'll see you later.
Bye, Klee.
Bye, Mr. Honorary Knight. Bye, everyone. Well, it sounds like our young mage enjoyed herself. I'm so happy that she had a good time. So, back to the missing component. Did you bring it?
Yep.
You bet! Kaya said that the missing component was this orange climbing rope. Ah, it just occurred to me that you probably ran into the 3 brothers while you were in the canyon. If I remember correctly, the 2 eldest brothers were taking their sickly younger brother on adventures when they ran into a sandstorm and ended up here. They were all arguing with one another when they first arrived, but it wasn't long before they broke down and were huddled together in tears. They sure must have a lot of energy to keep up their bickering and adventuring every day. I'm a little worried about them, yet quite envious of all that energy. You almost sound as if you're reminiscing about old friends, Idia. Yes, I've known them for quite some time after all. But I seldom go to that area. You can hold on to the rope for now, Traveler. I have no use for it until we have the other components. By the way, Eula and Kale have also returned, but I'm afraid they weren't able to make much headway. They mentioned that they would like to head to the jungle north of here, once you have all rested up.
Understood.
Now that I've told you everything, I'll go rest. I'll go and check on the situation in the remaining 2 areas. Do you need me to accompany you? Oh, no, it's all right. You've already accomplished a lot today. You should rest up.
Invitation from afar has completed. So, let me check this out. So this still hasn't unlocked because I have to complete part 2 of this whole quest line in order for that to unlock. That makes sense. For some reason I thought it said you had to unlock part 2. But anyways, so yeah, thank you very much for watching. Next time I play, I will be continuing this quest. Let me see something, claim all this stuff very fast. I'll be continuing this timed event. And, yeah, it wants us to wait till the following morning before I can continue. So, thanks again, see you next time, and bye-bye.